The recurring phenomenon of political defections, especially in Southeast Nigeria, underscores the need for systemic reform and improvement. And as part of a broader national trend, this issue is driven by a lack of clear ideologies, according to some, within some political parties. By confronting and resolving the underlying factors, Nigeria can develop a more stable, accountable, and effective political system, ultimately enhancing its democratic governance and benefiting its citizens. But political defections in Southeast Nigeria have been something that needs to be dealt with. But how is the question? What are the things really stirring people to go into this particular thing by deciding to leave a political party that brought them to a particular position and now suddenly decide that they have to defect to another platform? Can we see a stop to this? Is this a pattern peculiar to only Nigeria, or to just politicians from the southeast of Nigeria? We'll find out. This is the Eastern Eye, and I'm Alex Obodo. You're welcome to the Eastern Eye here on Afia TV. It's a program that x-rays the political, social, and economic developments around us. I'm joined tonight by Barrister Casmir Agbo, Chairman of the Labour Party, Enugu State. Thank you so much, Barrister, for joining me.
Alex, good evening. Good evening, my viewers. Happy Xmas, everybody.
So, the story I would like us to reference, there's the 4 members of the House of Representatives that defected from the Labour Party to the All Progressive Congress recently. I think it was about the 5th of December. We'll just take what transpired there to really show you what we mean today. Speaker of the House, Tajuddin Abbas, announced the lawmakers' defection on the floor of the Green Chambers. That's on Thursday, on the 5th of December. The lawmakers are Chinedu Okere, Owerri Municipal, Owerri North and Owerri West Federal Constituency, Matthew Donatus, Kaura Federal Constituency of Kaduna, Akiba Basi, Calabar Municipal, Dukmani Federal Constituency of Cross River, and Esosa Iyawe of Oredo Federal Constituency of Edo. So let's take a listen to what the speaker said and, of course, what transpired afterwards.
After much reflection and careful consideration, I have concluded that the All Progressive Party aligns more closely with my values, principles, and visions for the future of our country. I believe this decision will better enable me to serve the interests of our people and contribute more effectively to the development of policies that will drive positive change. During my time with Labour Party, I have worked diligently to support the party's initiatives. However, after careful examination of the political landscape, I have come to the realization that my political ideas are not better represented by All Progressive Party.
68. 1. A member of the Senate. I thank God there are some senators here. Or the House of Representatives shall vacate his seat in the House, of which if a member become a member of another political party. Mr. Speaker, Section 68, 1. A member of the Senate. I thank God there are some senators here. Or the House of Representatives shall vacate his seat in the House, of which if a member become a member of another political party. Mr. Speaker,
You didn't read it all.
Mr. Speaker,
you read only a part of the provision.
Let me learn, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my very respected honorable colleagues, I believe as members, we have to be serious with our constitutional...
When people enter political party without an ideology, we see such level of defection. People who don't have ideology in anything they do, they don't need to be trusted in any form, whether they are in APC or PDP. I stand here today to tell them that this rotten carrot that is dangled before them to defect to this party that has brought hunger to this country, we are waiting at the end of the day as the party of the people. By 2027, we'll open our arms again to give them their rightful ticket.
That's Honorable George Ozodinobi, Deputy Minority Whip of the House of Reps, speaking there that this is an issue of ideology. That these are members without ideology. They are the ones defecting and citing non-existent problems within Labour Party. I decided to choose this because it has more of a national spread. It wasn't just Southeast members of your party that defected, but it reflected something that we've been talking about. And the question is, why are your party men defecting in their numbers to either the APC or the PDP?
Well, thank you, Alex. But before then, let me use this medium to congratulate the CEO of Afia TV for an award he received last time, Doctorate Award, from Learn to Live Business School.
That's correct.
I think I was there and I came out as a management consultant.
Okay.
So I say kudos to him. He's a nice feather on his head. Well, let's come back to what you said. I think Obiozo has equally summarized this. Ozodinobi has summarized it. And the Labour Party has opened up a register of shame.
Really?
Yes, at national headquarters of our party, at Otako in Abuja, FCT Abuja. We find this thing very, very ridiculous, unbelievable, and show of shame. Imagine the Kaduna man, the Okada rider man. Yeah, let me tell you, that young man did not pay for his form. He couldn't produce 3 million naira for his form. Julius Abure, in his magnanimity, gave him that form. Many of them, forms free. When people start to accuse the Labour Party of corruption, we laugh at them because they don't know what we passed through. That man did not pay for his form. These guys that are now doing this show of shame, because we talk of ideology, they don't know why Labour Party was formed. Labour Party was formed by those people who wanted the betterment of this country, so that we can bring up a kind of welfareism to the people. You know, by 2022 primaries, Labour Party was waiting on the wings. Then when people came in to like a hurricane, all these are hurry. You know, we had just 1 week, 10 days for our primaries. It was to be that we had up to 2 months primaries, as supposed to be, though this wouldn't happen. That a person riding Okada in Kaduna won an election. The wave of P2B, the wave of change, let me call it change, like in 1983, it was change. MPN that time. We were in secondary school. Hunger, Otanishi, Otanafo.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Yes. We were in secondary school. You can't take half of bread as you are meat. It was like that was time we started seeing slices of bread. Because the thing was too much. Now this time again under APC, repeated itself. Look at today, a mudu of rice. Today, how much it is in the market. These are young men that campaigned against APC. They were campaigning against this party they have entered into today. That's why we say show of shame. If I'm campaigning against PDP, doing my campaign, I'm calling them all sorts of names because in politics, we don't mind the language we use during campaign. They campaign vigorously, campaign calumniously against APC. today they have gone back to that party is a show of shame. But let me tell you, the party is not relenting. After opening that register, the National Working Committee of our party, led by Julius Abure, came out to say we are filing papers in court to bring them back. And the paper has been filed. Section 68G is very clear. Unless there is a division, not crisis, unless there is a division in your party. There's no division in our party. We don't have two national chairmen, even when we had our crisis.
Well, on that, Barrister Agbo, they seem to have a point. Because at some point, your party was really passing through some tumultuous time. First, it was Lamidi Apapa, who was saying that he was the chairman. And then the party had to wrestle in court to douse that. And then Julius Abure had his own issues where they were asking him to account for monies collected from firms, and that one happened. And then suddenly, members of the Nigeria Labour Congress also came at him and said that this and that and that. So, I mean, for someone who had a fragile loyalty, don't you think that could have really given him a good chance to say, all right, I think I'm done?
Well, Alex, I think you are right. Those things happen. They are not divisions. They are crises. The law.
Let me come. Sorry, I need to so that you can answer once. At a point, Nenadi Usman was announced as your interim national chairman. Okay. These are things that happened, and you know that it happened. So if an onlooker who's not a member of your party, what kind of impression did they have at that time? Because even those within the ranks of Julius Abure also made accusations against him for different things. But then it looks like the ship has been steadied. But is it possible that the damage has already been done before the ship was steadied?
Okay, well, let me clear this very well. The law is very simple in its drafting. The drafters, it's a simple thing. The law says divisions, not crisis. Divisions is that, one, we must have two recognized national chairmen who can contest in for that position. There's somebody saying, I'm supposed to be. It's not a division. It's crisis. PDP has crisis. Today it's not a division. They don't have two chairmen. But they have crisis. The law did not say crisis. Section 68G, paragraph G, did not say crisis but division. 109 of the Constitution did not say crisis but division. There's no family that don't have crisis. So in terms of crisis, yes, somebody came up and said, Lamidi Apapa was saying, I'm supposed to be the chairman after the death of Salem. May his soul rest in peace. But we had a mini convention in Edo, where he was there. They were all there. We elected Abure as our chairman.
And Lamidi Apapa was there?
Yes. Casmir Agbo was there. Right? They were all there. After the election, we went back because the acting chairman then was a lady from Enugu State. She was the acting chairman. And she was the one that presided over that mini convention where Julius Abure was elected. So we had no division in our party. Let me come back to what they are saying. What they read at the floor of the Green Chambers, House of Reps, was that I want to serve my constituency better. That is the flimsy excuse. And excuse a lame dog excuse. If you want to serve your constituency better, is it by joining another party? In your party, are they not paying you, giving you all the allowances you're supposed to get? If you join the APC, are they going to give you more allowance than what they're giving to Labour Party members?
Well, of course, now that you have spoken about that, it appears, yes, indeed, that they get
that is what you guess. It's an assumption.
No.
It's a gesture.
Please pay attention. There was something that happened at the Senate where they were all announcing how much that accrued for their constituency projects. And the talk there is that you get the money according to your ranking or your connection. Okay. And I'm sure you know this.
Well,
so if you are not a member of the ruling party, chances are that you will get the barest minimum. So would you blame them on that basis if they want more resources? We're speaking like, okay, that's a good reason. They want to serve your people better. That they want to get more resources to serve their people. When and if they get that resources, would they deploy it to serve their people?
That will not suffice in this case. You know why? The law is very clear on defection. You cannot say because Abure has one leg, then you are leaving the party, that the party is not getting money. What we need to do is to manage the resources you are getting to beat those people who are taking that money illegally. Because you are aware that our party rejected the SUV given to National Assembly members. The P2B has an NWC said, don't collect this car.
But they did.
But yes, they went ahead to collect they collected the cars. That has not improved their performance. You must do a different thing. Labour Party was coming in to do a different thing, not to do what they are doing. If what they are doing is what we are here to do, we should have conducted the election in the first ab initio. So I don't see the reason why somebody could come out and say, yes, I want to improve my performance. If somebody is getting 100 million and you are getting 80 million, you are 80 million, improve in your constituency. And the law did not envisage that as a reason for defection. So we are saying that these people who have done this, they are shameless, they don't have ideology, they have cap in hands begging, APC, and I'm telling you, as just was mentioned there at the floor of the House, they are going to regret that their movement. Because at the end of the day, just like what has happened in my own state, they are going to be rejected, they are going to be ejected from the party, they are going to be placed back where they belong, because they belong to Gota. We are not men of Gota. We are men of the street. We are Labour members. We are Labour Party members. We are Labour activists. And what we are saying is that we must do the right thing, different thing from what they are doing, by providing services. Even if it is 1 naira that you are getting, show the public that you are getting 1 naira and live on that. It has shown the level of their character, their behavior. They're not proper and fit to be in that position. And Labour Party is taking it headlong with them.
All right. So let's come back to the Southeast, more particularly now. You have your members who are in the National Assembly in Enugu, in Anambra, and in Afia. I'm sure.
And Ebonyi 1.
And Ebonyi, all right. Okay, great then. So how are they faring? Because I know I've asked you this question maybe about 5 times. You've been here. So how are they faring? Are they still your members?
Of course, they are members. We are watching them. We cross our hands watching them.
When you say you're watching them,
yes,
what does
as
that
party
mean?
members, as party executives, our job is to look at what they are doing as our rep members at National Assembly, keep records of them, what they're supposed to do in the party, if they are doing those things. And some of them are doing that anyway. We are not going to say it's all failure or all true. No. But because this is their first tenure, their first stanza, they are learning the ropes. And the party is helping them to build that experience. The Abure NWC is trying hard by calling them for a meeting. Let me tell you one thing about people that came into the Labour Party. It was an emergency for most of them. I told you that we had our primaries as giveaway to them. It was not competitive at all. They came in, we allowed them to take tickets, even without payment. So the party is watching them gradually. At the end of the day, by 3 years, the scorecard will be very clear for the party to now say, yes, you have done this, you have done this, you have not done this. Then this, like today, we had, when our president was presenting the budget, he said, I'm giving you automatic ticket, all of you. And that is a very erroneous statement. I think he was talking to APC members, but all of them were shouting that the president has spoken. We're not running one party system, whereby the president come and tell all members of PDP, APC, NMPP, LP that all of you will return by 2027.
Well,
so the party is taking time in studying their performance.
My point is what the opposition in the House and then the Senate.
You know, they are very small.
What did they do about it?
You know, they are very small. We won't hear their voice.
Yes.
We won't hear their voice. But some of us who are outside.
But this has always been the pattern with presidents who come to present budgets. When Buhari was there, they keep singing.
Why did not say
APC,
all of you are coming back?
they'll keep saying
You will-
APC.
you will go to
they keep saying
APC.
APC top to bottom, APC top to bottom,
Of
but they say
course.
4+4. They've always said things like that in the Senate.
But he never said,
In the House of
he never said everybody should come back.
Well,
That's what he said today.
that's one thing to say it. Another thing is for it to
That's what
happen.
I'm saying. Yeah.
So for you, how do you analyze that statement?
Well, it's a political statement meant for his party, and if any person outside the APC is taking that as a true statement, the person is fooling himself, him or herself, because the party, my party, is aware. I'm aware that our party is watching them. At the end of the day, the NWC led by Julius Abure will come up and say, yes, you have done this. It is going to be a tough primaries for Labour Party as time goes on, because we are learning the rope. We have seen what is happening, and the scorecard is not encouraging in all ramifications. We have one governor, Governor Alex Oti, and his scorecard in Labour Party is not encouraging at all. He is a father. Abure has made a lot of approach. Come, let us reconcile, even after the court case, after the sitting by Federal High Court. Come back, let us work as a team. That is a big...
So is it possible that the likes of Governor Alex Oti has just used the Labour Party as a special purpose vehicle, SPV? That's the word now in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So it's now it's the SPV phenomenon.
Well,
and people will keep telling you, well, the political party is just a platform. I am the one running for election. So he is the governor. And now that you've spoken about him, let's take a look at what he has done in Abia State for the number of months he's been there. Are you proud as a Labour Party man what he's doing there?
Well, I'm not from Abia State.
Yes.
I only hear on television, like what happened of recent, where he now flagged off an aerodrome, airport project. That is encouraging, because if they have their airport project, they have the airport there, is something for them. I'm not from Abia, and I'm speaking on the perspective of his treatment of Labour Party NWC members. For me, not encouraging at all. He's supposed to lead the way. He's supposed to be the chief pride of Labour Party. We're supposed to follow him at the back as our leader, because in our constitution it says the highest elected member of the party is the leader of the party. He's supposed to be a leader of the party and supposed to encourage all of us by bringing us together. All these crises it's just a small crisis, very small one, very, very small one. What is happening is people are trying to know whether they will be re-elected by 2027 or given tickets. It's a matter of coming to a round table, and Abure has extended that mandate to them and said, number one slot for presidency belongs to His Excellency P2B. Alex Oti, you have your return ticket for Labour Party. People start saying he's buying them. Buying who? Who is buying who? Who's supposed to buy who? They are the one that's supposed to come and buy Abure. That's what the party is all about. You don't go about chastising the man that gave you carrots. No, you don't do that. Right? What they are doing now is paying back with ingratitude. So we are calling on them. We are still calling on our members. No cause for alarm. Come back, sponsor the party at various levels. If you are from Enugu South, Enugu North, or from Delta North, or from Edo North, or from Abia South, go down to your constituency. From ward to local government to state. Make sure that the party is one. Nobody is contesting that seat with any one of them. For instance, in Enugu here, nobody has come up to say I'm contesting any election against Senator Kezia in Enugu North, or against Kevin Chuku in Enugu East. Nobody has come up to say that. But if you begin to do the unthinkable, people will come up and say they want to contest. So don't bring in anti-fested firewood into your house. Because if you do that, you are inviting lizard for a feast. And when lizard visits you, you know how it sounds. So we are calling on all of them, from Alex Oti, from His Excellency P2B, bring all the Labour Party members together. call for a national meeting. We sit down. If anybody says you won't go back, tell the person, why wouldn't I go back? Let us see the project you are doing in your constituencies. That speaks for you.
All right, then. We'll take a quick break here on the Eastern Eye. When we return, we will find out exactly the role P2B has played in the Labour Party since after the 2023 general elections. Stay with us. You're welcome back to the Eastern Eye here on Afia TV, a program that x-rays the political, social, and economic developments in Southeast Nigeria. My name is Alex Obodo. So, P2B, some people have called him different things. Some people think he's too nice. Some people think he's trying to be nice, to project the facade of a man that is meek and humble, and then elects to solve problems, but then never solves them. He has tried to intervene in the crisis in the Labour Party when there was that very heated issue with Julius Abure and NLC. Lamidi Apapa. So how far do you think he has gone in doing that? He is also elected to mediate between the Nefarotimi and what's his name? Afia Balola, which doesn't seem to be working. So, but let's start from the role he's played in your party so far since after the general elections. Is he playing that role well, or are there things that really need to improve about the way he has handled the crisis, like you put it, and not division?
I think, to be honest with you, and to be honest with Labour Party, human beings are difficult to control. Very, very difficult. Peter Obi is a very nice man, very meek in character, and very humble in behavior. He has done, in fact, he brought that vigor to the Labour Party. Nobody doubts that. Nobody will actually doubt that particular process he brought to the Labour Party. But because of our nature, as I told you, I don't see the reason why Apapa and his group did what they did, if not because of APC intervention in our party. Ab initio, it was APC that caused that problem. Purely APC that caused the problem in our party. And we navigated that particular crisis. Peter Obi read in and stood with Abure-led NWC till the time the court now settled that matter. Then the issue of NLC came up. Peter Obi equally intervened, called meetings of NWC and NLC. But because Joe Ajero has something in mind, he never wanted to listen to our leader. Unfortunately, those who are around His Excellency, Peter Obi, are part of the problem. They want to take over the job of Abure and NWC. And in various states. And we said no. Because if you are going to bring in, like what we had that time, one man that had gone back to APC now, and Tanko Yunusa and so on, and the Aisha and Kereto Okonkwo, their unbridled ambition to become this and that in Labour Party caused the problem. And Peter Obi was such a man that he wouldn't like to be so strict in his instructions. He allowed them. That was why Kereto Okonkwo made that statement that Peter Obi is weak, he cannot come out straight. No, a leader doesn't do that way. Unless you're a dictator. Unless you're a man that says, I know it all. So we now saw that hand in the wall and said, yes, if we allow these intruders who are coming to the party just last 1 year and a half to dissolve the party will be in problem because they are all looking for, it's a merchandise for them. They're looking for money. But some of us who have been in labor union for years, we understand that it takes time for one to build a party. It doesn't necessarily mean that you must be a member of the ruling class to build a party. So we now said no, because if anything happens to the head, it happens down. That was why we had to stick with Abure. I said Abure goes nowhere. right? But what I expect from Obi is this: he would have called for a big roundtable conference and allow able to speak his mind, because that's what we call NEC, the highest organ making of the party. It's made up of NWC, elected members, and chairman and secretary of states. We sit down, 2 days meeting, allow able to speak, then you sum up with a kind of summary and bring the problem into one possible solution. That was never done until you saw Oluchopara, who was our treasurer, accusing Abure of squandering 3.5 billion. And we said, where did this money come from? Because I know Enugu State did not raise up to 100 million or 150 million. And Enugu State and Anambra, in fact, South was the highest. The North didn't raise enough money than Lagos and some other states. So where was that money coming from? It was a bogus claim to tarnish the image of Julius Abure. And we say no, because we are in the party. We know what was happening. So the issue of Peter Obi, he has tried. But we are still calling on him to come up with a meeting, a consensus. Let us come up with a meeting, and there must be a consensus. Now that the court has spoken, that Abure is our chairman, you can't do anything about it again. The next 4 years, that will be 2028. So why not sit down, talk as a group? This is a time for us to plan our party. The party is now engaged on online registration of members. It's ongoing. It's something that first phase we end by 31st of January. Then after 31st of January, we begin another phase again. This is time for us to seek for members, pure core members of our party. The question of that, there was an election, you will join us with election and the deserters. We don't want that again. 2023 was a lesson for Labour Party. We have learned our lessons, and we are going to build on those lessons to strengthen the party.
All right, so let me bring you down to Enugu State. Enugu State, it looks like Enugu State, apart from Afia, is also a state where Labour Party won very strong. So what's going on? Some of the members you had at the State House of Assembly have defected. And we continue to hear all sorts of rumors that those of your members who are at the National Assembly are just waiting for the time to make the announcement of defection. And sometimes you talk in parables here about how you are still watching them, watching members, who ought to be either paying dues or even outrightly sponsoring the party's activities. So how would you rate your members here in Enugu? You have 2 senators in Enugu. That should be big enough to keep you comfortable here. You have House of Assembly members. You have people in the House of Reps. What is the relationship like? Have they attended meetings? Have you called meetings? Have you called them to a meeting? Did they attend?
Well, I think I have said this several times. I don't want to repeat myself on this, because party building is a continuum. It's a continuous process. There's no hard and fast rule about party building and party meetings. And if you go to our constitution, we have timeline days for meetings. Like in a year, you can have three to four meetings of a state working committee, state executive council, and so on, comprising those who were elected. Of course, we call for meetings because, from Abuja here, they might not attend, but they send their aides to our meetings. And let me tell you one thing about the defection of members of our members of House of Assembly. Ndị Igbo si na ewu na-eme ite na-eme ewu. And that is to say that the goat breaks the pot and the pot cooks the goat. It's vice versa. What they are doing, what they have done is they have shown their character and behavior, and they will get their pay back by 2027. We're not begging them. We're in court. The matter is in court. I don't want to speak about that. The matter is in court. It's coming to an end very soon. The matter will come to an end about the Enugu defectors. And the court will speak on that. If it goes for them, no problem. It goes for us, no problem. We'll forge ahead. But it is very, very wrong for any man that is being fed by another man, for you to stand up to spit on that man, they have spat on the face of the Labour Party. The Labour Party will spat them back at the appropriate time. In the terms of performance of our members for National Assembly, of course, you are hearing about their empowerments. Last time was Kevin Chukwu's empowerment at the Temple Stadium. It was marvelous. You heard Okezia, said Okezia Tensoka is trying. Most of the rules is building, commissioning boreholes here and there with Chidio Beta and so on. They are doing so many things, scholarships and agri projects. Unlike before, in Enugu North, I have never heard of a senator, I remember, doing what we are seeing now. Right? It will be documented at appropriate time. And we're going to come here to showcase what these young men have done. Chimo Biatu of Enugu South and North is doing marvelously well. In fact, his own is, in fact, I've never seen a young man of that nature. Right? I have seen Chukwu Agbo for 8 years or 12 years, as case may be. Ochukwumbada Zogbo Agbo, you know, so, and this young man came in, and marvelously he's performing. It's not for me here to say he has done this because I'm not one of his aides, but the party is taking note of what they are doing. At the appropriate time, there will be a documentary on that. But what I'm saying, in effect, is this: they must carry the party along. You must carry the party along, because the party is that head under which, or top on which you stood to be elected as a member. So it's not just your constituency. The chairman of the party is a member of all the constituencies. The state working committee members are members of all the constituencies. The state executive council members are members of all the constituencies. So I'm a member of Ogu, Abaja, Nkano, Enugu North, issues and so on. So whatever you are doing, you must carry us along. And that is where we are. And they have said they will take corrections on that. So that I will now know, if I come to a function like this, I will now speak on their behalf.
All right. So, well said. So let me know what your take is about the activities and policies and programs of the governor of Enugu State. As it is currently, the Labour Party is the main opposition political party in Enugu State. And the governor has been doing some things. I mean, they have their programs going on. So I'd like to have your assessment of him. This is the end of the year. Let's say that this is your 2024 assessment of Governor Peter Barr.
As opposition leader in the state, I'm not abreast so much with what the government is doing. For instance, the water project of 180 days failed.
Did it?
Yes, it failed. Water in every home for 180 days. It failed completely. So what are you saying? The smart school he's doing in almost all the wards, I've not seen anyone completed except that of Owo. I had to go to Owo to see that smart school. I had to travel to Owo because it was a place I have been. I went there last 1992. And when I went there this time, I was impressed with what I saw in Owo. I have to be very frank with you. The smart school was excellent. I had to go in and I saw the head of that smart school. A very excellent place. If that thing should be done in all the wards, I think we are moving somewhere.
So let me quickly ask you, now that you mentioned smart school, because it's been done in different other places.
Yes.
Do you have any going on in and around your community?
In my time, the Obos Award, one is going on beside OP High School.
Right.
Beside OP High School. Okay. If you are going through Old Road to 9th Mile, after OP High School, by the right, you see it. The health center is building is in my village.
Okay.
I went home last time. It has gotten to lintel level. I stopped. I looked at it, and I commended him. Let me tell you, opposition is not war. Not a place where I come up and condemn somebody who is doing something. And there's something I think the governor should do. I've not seen any of his commissioners come here like this one to speak. The Commissioner of Information should come here and tell the people what he's doing.
Commissioner for what?
Information.
Well,
Enugu State.
Okay.
We don't have it here now. We don't have that one now.
But
His
then
SPA.
I think that today the Commissioner for Lands was on our AM show.
That is what I mean.
I mean they come here.
Yes. So for me, as
speaking for
party
Afia
member,
TV, we invite them and they come.
there's one thing I want the governor to do in Enugu State. The governor should know that Labour Party is integral part of governance. It should make us an integral part of governance in the state. Winner takes all doesn't pay at all.
So do you want?
So
you want
should-
a government of state unity?
Of course. In fact,
You are open. You are open to an appointment from the Enugu
not
State
me,
government?
not me.
No, but by that I mean the
Yes,
Labour Party.
Labour Party should if it's open, we should sit down and discuss to move state forward. We have our programs, we have our leader.
But you're not open for your members to join the PDP.
No. We're not joining the party. We're not joining the party as a member.
Because once you join the
No.
government-
That is the wrong way of seeing it.
Okay.
No, we're not joining the party. If we are forming government of unity, at the end of the day, if we are doing what we're not supposed to, we go back to our party. To election time, we contest. But for a winner to take everything, I don't buy that idea at all. There should be a leverage somewhere, whereby our leaders should be called together and say, this is our state. Aside politics, which is not war, which is a matter of interest, what is that thing that can contribute in government of Enugu State? That this state will move on. If you go out now, you can go to club, come back, go to eatery, come back, enjoy yourself, go and swim in the night, and go home by 12 midnight. No harassment. Labour Party has something about security that we can sell to the governor to move state forward. So the governor should look at it and say, yes, after all, we won 90% of seats in Enugu State, or more than 90%. They won only one senator, one House of Rep, and 10 House of Assembly members. So that is those 10%. So why shouldn't he now see that Labour Party is a strong party in the state? Not minding what happened at the tribunal. He's the governor, but he should go back and look at it and say, yes,
right.
they are saying the truth.
Let's stay on the projects. Because we mentioned two things in your answers. You've talked about the smart school and the
primary
healthcare centers. What about roads? Because the governor announced some ambitious road projects that he's doing. Have you seen any?
No, I have not seen a concrete road. What they are doing is what they have been doing for the past 24 years. Surface dressing. By 4 years, it flushes out. I want to see Setraco build road that can last for 20 years. Ugogo P road that he gave to Comag. Comag is my godfather. But he doesn't have the capacity to do that road. Comag doesn't have the capacity to do that road. That road should be done so that by 20, 30 years, you are still riding on that road. It's not a big company. What happened to Setraco? What happened to RCC? That is what we're supposed to be telling him. You don't use that kind of road for political compensation, political benefits. Maybe he contributed during the election.
So typically you have a problem with the quality of the road.
Yes. In fact, the company handling it. Comag.
Which one is your main problem? Is it
My problem is the company handling it cannot provide the quality. It cannot provide the quality. Unless they are going to hire people from RCC and Setraco.
This is just one of the companies. So
it's a very big road.
So in essence, what I get from what you're saying is that the quality of the roads need to improve.
Of course. We need to see
irrespective of who is
handling it.
So meaning that
like in Enugu Road, Enugu Metropolis, I'm seeing constructions going on, but not commensurate with what we hear on television, here in the news. We should see all the roads. For instance,
have you seen the latest upgrade at New Haven?
New Haven all the time. That New Haven is not up to 1 kilometer now.
No, I mean,
up to 1 kilometer.
But
the whole thing is up to 1 kilometer.
But did you see it?
I saw it.
Did you like
the design? Because we have another runway again. It's a good one. It's a good idea. It's a good concept. But the quality of the road, I stopped there, I saw them, what they are doing. I'm not an engineer, but at least I should be able to know when we are doing a very concrete road. The concept is okay. I want to see Enugu metropolis. Within 1 year, you can ride and close your eyes with light everywhere. Okay, look at Holy Ghost. It's an eyesore. Holy Ghost is an eyesore. Get there in the afternoon. It's like a war camp. You can't cross there. Why should I allow people to sail beside the roads? Why can't they make that place like New Heaven as of today? They are waiting after building the transport bay. They can now do the roads. But at least for now, it's our money. We deserve the best. Enugu State deserve the best. You can't be doing Bisala because it's going to government house. Beautifying Bisala road only. The one going to zoo. The one going to old government house. You beautify it. What of other roads? What of my area? It's how we are living. Granted that he has done, like, I had to move out in the Enugu, move around the Enugu just one day, and I saw so many roads that has been done. I commended him, but the quality is where I quarrel with him. The quality should improve. So not after 4 years, and then we say, yes, I am going back to the same roads. If you are doing 1,000 kilometer roads, reduce it to 500 and do quality roads. You can't be doing this, doing this, doing this. I am happy with transport bay. Do you know why? At the end of that exercise, all the cars will go in. There will be an order. There will be security. Are you aware that if you enter some Sienna in Enugu here today, if you're not very lucky, you'll be kidnapped. Because kidnappers are now using Sienna to do transport. So at the end of that project, there will be a kind of database for all transportation people in the state. So there will be checks and balances. There will be security in the state. If you are entering any motor, like he used to say, he's bringing in 200 vehicles, 1,000 of them at the end of next year to make it. But I'm asking, if you are doing this, what of those who are using that particular business to feed their family? Are you going to give them that boss? Or do you want to push them out of business? That will increase more, that will bring in more insecurity in the state. So they should look at how they will accommodate everybody. All right.
So you suggested government of state unity.
Yes.
That's a good place to leave it. Thank you so much, Barrister Casmir Agbo, the PDP, the Labour Party chairman. Imagine me giving you another one. the Labour Party chairman, Enugu State. Thank you for your perspectives on the Eastern Eye.
It's a pleasure. Happy Christmas, everybody.
All right. So, and that's the Eastern Eye for tonight. We'll be here tomorrow same time. Up next is Nka. My name is Alex Obodo. Good night.